threes, players, so that we can raise some important funds. Let's go.
No time like the present, fourth quarter underway. Stanford by a deuce. Onya having to leave the game, injured in the third quarter. Martine, floater, bank, not there. Iriafen. Looking at another double-double. Not quite yet, but she's getting there. Brink's already got one. Stanford with a chance to take its largest lead of the game.
Starting the game with a half-court offense with some pace. And that's the result right there. Moving the ball, working the ball. That's Stanford basketball. That's what we're used to seeing, right? The pace, the high-low wasn't there. Iriafen and Cameron Brink reversing the ball, get another reversal, and then get the shot you want.
14th 20-point game of the year for Iriafen. The lead is 4 for Stanford. Let's see if Cal has an answer. Suarez, wrap around. Lane just kind of throws it up. Double teamed. Stanford's defense starting to get after it.
They start scoring, and then things start happening at both ends as the defense steps up. And I think, yeah, Suarez just picked up her 4th foul.
Oh boy.
Cameron Brink spun her around as she was gonna get ready to post. Watch this. Here's the movement here. Cameron Brink waiting. And she's trying to get ready to post for Brooke Dimitri, and Suarez picks up the foul there. And that's just, you know, that's what we saw just in that sequence before. They're moving the ball, guard-to-guard passing, looking for that wing post entry, and there it is there, the high-low. Brink to Iriafen.
You mentioned what a good passer Brink is. Iriafen knows she's going to get the ball right where she wants it when Cam puts a little mustard on it. And it's critical time now for Cam. And Sharman wants to talk about it. Halftime lead gone. Lead gone. And now Stanford starting to feel a little bit better about itself. Up by 6 early in the 4th.
She rides neither high nor low. She is really just an even keel player that will show up. And again, just a big time hooper is Watkins, but that ought to be a real sharp one.
Fading off that back rim is Lopolo. Camille will not stop shooting, but man, it's been tough sledding for her.
Yeah, she shouldn't stop shooting, and they're leaving her. Stanford was leaving her wide open.
Brink swooping in, grabs her own miss, backs in for positioning, not there, and ball belongs to Cal. They've got to do something with it. I mean, you're looking at a player like Camille, who leads this club in triples made, triples taken. 42% shooter from beyond the arc coming into today, and she's been stone cold. Eight on the shot clock. Martine backs up. Nice effort, Longarita, to try to tip it to a teammate. But here's Bozgana. Brink, awfully deep. There's the follow for Kiki.
They hit Brink in the trail position, and she misses. Kiki's right there on that opposite side, just waiting for the cleanup. An O-board putback.
Unlucky there, Longarita.
And this is kind of danger time here if you are Cal. Down by 8, Stanford with another possession. Oh, look at that pass by Brink.
My goodness, and Lopolo buries it. And the touch pass by Brink.
These post players, Brink, Iriafen, they have all the confidence in their shooting guards.
Great dish inside, McIntosh up to 6. So Brink with the double-double. Iriafen with the double-double. (57-48). Game starting to get away from Cal. Jump pass, Bozgana Yeah, Stanford's starting to feel awfully good about things.
And Cameron Brink is running up her assists as she passes out to the guards. And they are hitting. This is where you get the conversation that we had with Tara Vanderveer last week about Brink being a great passer. She doesn't even hold on to that. That's just a touch pass to Lopolo, and she drains it from the outside. And then Brink with the jump pass. Bozgana steps back to make sure that's a 3 and not a 2.
Tara couldn't talk about those assists from Brink enough. She didn't want to talk about the other stuff. She wanted to talk about her passing. McIntosh didn't want anything to do with Brink. 2 on the shot clock. The shots that, as you mentioned, Tammy, that were going in the first half, not so much, but Suarez stops the bleeding.
Yeah, they need that bucket big time, and now they need a stop and another bucket, and a stop and another bucket, because Stanford is coming.
Yeah. Suarez.
Yeah, that's her 5th.
Yep.
Fouls out.
She was terrific today. No Onya, who was injured in the 3rd quarter after she took the back of Cameron Brink's head to her face, and Suarez now fouls out.
I just hate to see these players foul out, especially the way Suarez played, and playing for her teammate in Onya knows that she had to give the minutes that she did, and Suarez was scoring early. A great first half, a great game for Suarez. And look at Sharman Smith not allowing her team to get down. And
right. So you lose 6-3 Onya to the injury. You lose 6-3 Suarez to fouls. And then you got to deal with this kind of a beast, Iriafen.
Then you got to deal with 6-3.
Yep.
You lose 2 6-3s, and then you got to deal with this 6-3. Is Kiki Iriafen. We've talked to you about her numbers in terms of averaging 20 points and 12 rebounds in the last 14 games, also doing that against 7 teams in the AP Top 25. But it is her notable improvement from last year to this year, not only in point production, but in rebound production as well. That is impressive.
And scalding hot over the last 4, averaging 21, 15, and 4 assists. That's per game. That's Iriafen. Teardrop, not there. Lopolo, under 5 to go in the game. Stanford. Brink fighting, losing. The ball ends up with Cremili. Just not there for Cremili. And Brink will lay it up.
That's a heck of an outlet pass by Kiki Iriafen. She looked up the floor. There was her friend and teammate, Cameron Brink.
15 points now for Brink. She gives you 18. And Stanford methodically starting to put this thing away.
Yeah, they just played Stanford basketball. Field goals by half, 32%. Take a look at the increase in the percentage.
Another touch pass and another short corner triple for Lopolo, who's got 12.
And
a clinic.
Kiki Iriafen is going to let everybody know that that was a 3 ball. Watch the pass out. Lopolo to Bozgana, inside to Kiki, back out to Lopolo. Here's the 3 ball, and Kiki's going to throw up the 3 to let everybody know. And look at Lopolo. Little fist bump.
Well, Tara knows her way around the block when it comes to this tournament.
I won in 15 of the last 22 tournament titles. How about that for a record? 54-7 overall. #1 seed 18 times.
The conference, the town, the entire game of basketball honoring Tara pregame.
On January 21st, remember, she won her 1,203rd career game, passing Mike Krzyzewski to become the winningest coach in NCAA basketball history.
I'll bet she was a little cranky at halftime, though.
Might have been.
Might have been.
But not now.
Hey, should note that Iriafen with that last great touch pass just ties her career high in assists.
Hey, there you go.
Yep.
So you're telling me there's another great passer on the team other than Cameron Brink that's a post?
Yeah. If you can do it, I can do it too kind of a deal. Williams with her 4th point, 67-52. Cal led 36-28 at halftime, Tammy. One of the few times all season long Stanford has trailed at the break, and the Cardinal responded.
20 great minutes of basketball for Cal, and it just the foul trouble has really hurt them in this second half. And Stanford came out too and played better basketball. So Stanford's playing better basketball and Cal getting into foul trouble, and then of course Onya going down really hurt with that injury. And we also want to make sure that we send our best wishes, continued best wishes, to Michelle Onya and hope that she is doing okay and will be okay.
She went to the bench and then retreated to the locker room. That injury happening in the 3rd quarter. We tell you about the 1-2 punch, the two-headed monster. Well, read those numbers and weep.
Quarterfinal versus Cal today. These are numbers. 40 points combined. Let's not forget that Bosgana also has 16 points.
No kidding.
Yeah. So you get 56 points between Bosgana, Brink, and Iriafen.
Bosgana at 16 points ties a career high. So, you know, you never know.
And Lopolo is in double figures.
Coming up, Tums game break. We'll send you to the desk. Okay, now we see ya. Ash, Elise, Angela. Oh, who knows where Elise is, but yeah, we love you guys too.
Hearts right back at you.
Yeah. Elise, a no-show. We'll speak later, Elise, young lady. What a second half by Stanford. You know, when they won that 3rd quarter 20-10, you just kind of had a feeling, and they are obliterating this 4th quarter.
Well, we had mentioned that Cal won the first 2 quarters, took that lead into the locker room at halftime, 36-28, but it was Stanford that doubled up on Cal in the 3rd, scoring 20 to Cal's 10, and that changed things. And Cal has scored only 6 points here in this 4th quarter.
Brink picks up her 4th, but remember she had 3 in that 1st quarter. You know, everybody says, well, she fouls out too much. Maybe her freshman year, she fouled out a little bit more than she'd prefer. But this year, only 2 fouls. 2 foul outs, Tammy.
Yeah, 2 DQs, and she's, you know, she talked about how she worked on that and making sure that that was not going to be an issue or a challenge for her or her team this year. And as much as she gets swarmed and doubled and tripled and people throwing all kinds of things at Cameron Brink, I think that's, you know, just another aspect of her game that needs to be noted.
McIntosh with the 3 ball. So dynamic yesterday against Wazoo. She's got 9. Bosgana. Whistle blows the play dead.
Yeah, timeout, Tara Vanderveer.
Williams just goes right at Brink for some reason. That was interesting. So Stanford will take the timeout, and we'll take a look at their tournament resume.
Yeah, impressive with a net ranking of 4 and that #1 projected seed with a 26-4 overall record, 15-3 in Pac-12, the outright record. How about the 8-3 record versus net teams 1 through 25 and a 4-1 record in the net ranking teams of 26 through 50. So if you add those numbers up versus net teams, just even the first 2, they are 12-4 versus teams that have a net ranking 1 through 50.
And everybody getting into the act. Iriafen with 26 points, Bosgana 16, Brink with 15, Lopolo with 12. Brink says, Iriafen, this was before everyone caught wind of what she was going to bring. Most improved player in the United States. And clearly they became the foundation of this team. Lauren Betts left. We are so happy to see her thriving
at UCLA, yes.
But,
and as is Tara Vanderveer said that to us last week. She said, I'm super happy for her. It's about opportunity, right?
And Iriafen, though, taking the most, or making the most of these minutes and then some.
Tough not to recognize Iriafen's 17 rebounds.
Yeah. Big double-double for Iriafen.
And Brink as well with 14. Now Iriafen with 18 rebounds. And Tara Vanderveer told Alyssa Charleston that is a big focal point of this team. They rank 7th in the nation in rebounds per game.
So Iriafen with the 18 rebounds. Her career high is 20 caroms. Career high in points, 36. And Brink, I'm imagining, will sit for good. Cameron not only avoiding further foul trouble after the first quarter, but really making her presence felt. Buck 15 left to go. Clardy in the game for Stanford. Tosses it up, not there. Battling into the arms of Williams. Cal led by 8 at half. Second half, all Cardinal. The top seed in this tournament. All right, Tammy Blackburn. What's next for Stanford? Oregon State.
Trip to the semifinals tomorrow, March 8th. Tomorrow night, 5 p.m. What a match that could be. That was a match we saw, a game we saw last Thursday in Corvallis. And it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure to sit next to you during this Pac-12 run that we've had. And before we get off the air, I just want to say it's been a joy. It's been my privilege to sit with you, the expert and the pro, to call these amazing programs at these universities that have just created so many memories for us. Thank you to the Pac-12. Thank you. Thank you.
Well said, Tammy Blackburn. It's our final Pac-12 telecast. We're grateful for all of you. Second-ranked Stanford defeating Cal 71-57.